Hi everyone, this is Cynthia, psychic and astrologer. This is your horoscope quick bites for July 1st, 2022. So let's get started. Now, the energy that's going to be going on July 1st, we're going to be having a Mars and Pluto square. So, usually, when we run into any type of square, it's usually an indication of some type of obstacle or hurdle. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be related with work, it could be with relationships, finances, career. So, you may be feeling that every time you try to get ahead, something gets in the way. Now, the good news is that this is actually going to be lasting for a day because the following day, even though the following day is going to be a Saturday, there's actually a greater sense of feeling more centered and focused and feeling like you are doing more and getting ahead and that you're able to actually accomplish a lot more. So what's interesting is that on one day, which would be a Friday, you may feel like sometimes you just aren't advancing much or you're just feeling stuck or every time you start something it just doesn't come through or doesn't come together. But then on Saturday it just feels like everything starts to flow a lot easier and starts to move forward. Now doesn't necessarily mean that everything gets resolved and gets done. It just kind of feels like maybe you're just doing greater progress and moving forward and just feeling like everything's being taken care of. So the moon is actually going to be in Leo during that time, and even as we get into Saturday. So this is actually going to be a time where you're going to feel just greater energy to move forward, take care of tasks and projects, do well to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. There's actually even going to be a time where you're going to feel a sense of kind of like this feeling of trying to just get away for a while. Where they're getting away is for a few hours, maybe doing maybe even a little bit of some shopping, just getting away for a couple hours, 2, 3 hours, driving around or something. There is this feeling of like getting away. And sometimes even just getting away is just leave me alone for a little bit, even if you are doing any kind of work. And you're going to notice that energy of just kind of wanting to just keep a distance for a little bit. Now, this could relate to relationships because, especially if you're trying to create a little distance, but the other person or people are feeling like you're being disconnected, maybe even a little aloof. So, this might be a situation where you maybe need to just let people know, hey, right now I'm just trying to take care of some other stuff. This could relate to in regards to with work. Maybe you're just feeling like I can't get this done unless I just have a little time to myself to just get things done. Maybe there might be some people that just automatically will just sense and feel that you just need to be left alone. So the overall energy is actually going to be very positive and productive. I did want to point out a couple time periods on Saturday that I think are going to be very helpful and productive and very positive. One of those times is actually going to be around 4:30ish Eastern Standard Time, and then the other time is actually gonna come late at night. So the communication is actually gonna be looking pretty good during that time. I think that'll be helping you out a lot. It's a great time to improve on the communication. So one of the other things that I did wanna point out, and this is for Saturday, you may feel it on Friday, but I think you'll notice it more on Saturday is that there might be the feeling of being deceived, whether someone deceiving you or you deceiving others. Maybe not necessarily being told the entire truth, not getting all the information or all the proper information. So I don't know if I would say this is actually where you don't want to be making any final decisions until you have all the proper information. Um, this could relate to somebody, this could relate to maybe a project or maybe even a purchase. Um, Sometimes I notice this with like people that are trying to sell you, make a good sale on you, but they're not giving you all the information until you start getting more into the numbers and you discover, hey, you're not telling me everything here. So definitely ask all the questions. Don't just go by assumption because you definitely want to make sure that you're just not going by what you think you're being told. until you get all the information there. So definitely work on that so that you aren't being lied to. And at the same time, this also relates with relationships. Sometimes someone can say they're one thing, but then once you start getting to know more about them, you start finding out other information. So it's almost like a proceed with caution kind of day. But overall, the energy is great, great motivation. You're just going to feel sometimes like you just need time to figure things out for yourself. But the overall energy is actually going to improve and increase as we get more into the month of July. So, definitely a lot that's going to be going on here soon.